Welcome to The Nation Wants No More, the podcast that gives hysterical news the send-off it deserves. I'm Anjana Menon. That's my real name, but this is not my real voice. I use an AI clone because recording things myself is so last decade. Each week, I take the news, real, ridiculous, or just plain noisy, and give it a gentle twist of satire. If you ever screamed into a cushion after watching the headlines, this one's for you because really, the nation has had enough. So this week, I'm stuck in India's Silicon Valley. You know, that magical place where startups take off. It must be me, because the only startups I can see are half the city trying to start up their cars after rain turned the streets into lagoons and their cars into flotillas. I mean, we're talking about the tech capital of India here, right? The place where we're building the future, one app at a time. But apparently, no one's done that disruptive app yet on how to make the city more livable. You know what I'm missing right now? London. No, before you roll your eyes, it's not the pissing rain and grey skies that are making me nostalgic. What I'm actually missing, and this might sound weird, are the Thames Clippers, those fancy Uber boats, because my X-feed is blowing up with photos of our so-called tech utopia looking like a canal meme. We're not sinking gracefully like posh Venice. No, we're sinking and caving in. I half want to tell the good guys at ISRO that landing a rover on Mars is a cakewalk compared to getting a patch of crater-free road in Bengaluru. And here's the thing, people are finally getting worked up. There's this absolute legend who's decided to sue the municipality. Get this, he wants only 50 lakhs for neck and back pain from all the potholes he's endured. 50 lakhs is chump change in a city packed with tech billionaires who are so rich that what the F, they can even spend their entire day doing a podcast on flood memes for the rest of their life and still be a crazy rich Asian. And so you'd think this infra crisis would be the perfect moment for our tech bros to step in and step up, right? Time to disrupt, innovate, fix the world's biggest problems, put their money to use. Think of it. It was just a few weeks ago that they got baited by a politician who said Indian startups don't actually innovate. Ouch. I want to ask these skeptics, who mostly live in dry and distant Delhi, how our startup heroes are supposed to innovate when they have to spend their day stopping their Land Rovers from doing the backstroke in flooded parking lots. How are they going to make electric cars that double as boats if they have to clutch their designer Tumi bags like newborn babies and haul themselves onto rubber boats every other day because it started flooding after a bucketful of water fell from the skies? How? Just how? Even Uber, the god of disruption, has run out of ideas in Bengaluru. The city goes underwater in a blink, and they are letting go of the business opportunity of the century, Uber boats. Slower, dirtier, and floatier than the Thames Clipper. Just hop on, scan the barcode, swipe your UPI, and float to Electronic City. But no. Instead of revolutionary water transport, what's making headlines? A truly gripping linguistic drama at a local bank branch. The manager had been transferred to the sinking city, and, tragically, hadn't mastered the local tongue yet. She had the cheek to speak Hindi to a customer. Hindi, can you imagine the nerve? Now, just a little bit of
Adjust Madi.
Classic Bengaluru approach we use for everything from squeezing into metro seats to not showing up would have solved this whole thing in a jiffy.
Adjust Madi, yeah.
Seriously? No, the customer was in no mood for adjustments. It turns out he knew the RBI rulebook by rote and demanded the manager speak in the local language he did not know because the rulebook said so. And then, because this is 2025, and you can become somebody if your content is made viral by a lot of nobodies, an ambitious onlooker whipped out their phone and broadcast the whole drama on social media, demanding immediate justice. Next thing you know, Go-Local supporters were threatening to organise marches and sit-ins on Bengaluru's roads. I knew it was a bluff because we all know these roads are impossible to find. So get this, the bank manager gives a public apology and mysteriously vanishes to some other branch, probably where it doesn't get flooded, if you can imagine that miracle. But here's the kicker. State's chief minister waded in and actually tweeted congratulations to the bank for their swift action in dealing with their staff's disregard for citizens. Looks like he was paying close attention to stuff that derails the city. That's when I got this close to writing the CM a candid letter suggesting that since we're in the business of transferring people for disregarding citizens, I've got a whole list of folks who've been unable to unclog drains for the past decade, build the flyover in time, cover the drains, widen the roads, etc., etc. You get the drift. Surely they too are deserving of our time and attention. As luck would have it, the moment that thought crossed my mind, boom, the power went off and the internet died. I think they can read my mind like Google reads my emails. So here I am, packing everything into waterproof bags, like I'm prepping for doomsday. The Met Department has issued some colour-coded weather alert. I've ignored it given I'm colourblind. Instead, I'm doing some mental math, in excruciating detail, calculating how many crores Uber could have raked in with water taxes. Revenue projections, surge pricing during monsoons, the works. Because apparently, when the city's underwater, your survival instinct should be about pivoting. This is me signing off, clutching to my cheap and cheerful bag from Shein, hoping desperately that you will like and follow my wee podcast. Until next week,